Welcome to Nomunimation, where craft cocktail meets craft cartoons. This is the first episode of Nomunimation, so I'm just going to basically be doing an intro. My name's Michael. I'm a bartender in Dallas. I love anime and cartoons in general, be it digital cartoons from Pixar or DreamWorks, or classic Disney stuff, Sleeping Beauty, Lion King. I like anime for all of its different uses. Anime can be used as an educational tool. It's influenced from popular literature, both historically and more contemporary. And it's a wonderful way for the animators to help the viewer understand the reality that they want people to see. And it's just fun to watch a lot of the times. You can do so many more things in animation than you can in live action. So, to that effect, what I'm going to be doing in this show is giving you my interpretations of characters or settings or important details in cocktails. I'm not that great making costumes or poster art or really any of the other stuff, but I am pretty good at combining flavors and I really like to drink. So I thought, why not put the two together and teach other people how to do it? This episode is going to be basically showing you, the tools that a moderately good home bar will have. Basic tools for any bar are going to be a shaker, a strainer, a zester peeler. I've only got a peeler here, potatoes, fruits, that sort of thing. Zester is a little bit harder to come by. Managed to find this nifty tool at TJ Maxx. It's $10. It's got a zester peeler here. That's this. That's for making like the lemon twists, the lime twists up at the top for garnishes. But it also brings an extra complexity to the drinks. Let's see, a stir spoon. Now this one, this is a cocktail stir spoon. See, it's got the fun little thing. I don't know. In the center of it, that's to help you actually stir with it. You can use a real spoon. These are going to be harder to find if you live in a smaller city. A muddler, which is a stick, really. Before I actually went out and purchased a muddler, using ice cream scoops, spoons, whatever. It's just to squish stuff. You don't need to go out and spend $6, $7 on one of these if you don't want to. And then for me, because I'm going to be making the cocktails, you guys can put as much alcohol in them as you want, but I'm making recipes, so I gotta follow my recipes. I've got jiggers. I've only got a 1 ounce and a half ounce on this. You can use little measuring spoons, things like that, if you want to follow for the specific amounts. But realistically, it's your own drink. Drink however much you want. But that being said, drink responsibly. Please don't die. That would be horrible. And then the final thing is margarita rimmer, which I'm a bartender. I need these things. You probably don't need these things floating around. That can easily be obtained with 2 plates, one with some soda water or lime juice, the other with salt or sugar. It's not very hard. So, glassware is another important thing in a bar. Not so much when you're at home. I like to drink cocktails out of mugs, and really that's it, because they're easily portable. So the glassware that I've got here, got a pint glass, which I'm not going to be making too many cocktails in. This is mostly for the shaker, so I can shake it back and forth. If you don't have a shaker and a pint glass that can do this, you can do it with any 2 odd-sized glasses. Or if you've got one of those little protein shake container things, you can do it with that as well. All you need to do is shake ice around. So that's not really hard at all. Tupperware is also good for that. So, shot glass. It's a nice, thick, heavy shot glass. I just don't want it to break. These are cheap. You can also buy plastic ones. Or, like I said before, drink it out of a mug. Doesn't really matter. I've got a rocks glass here. Now, this is what your typical cocktail is going to come in. Your rum and coke, your shots at most bars are going to come in this. White Russian. But it's good sized, 6 to 8 ounces, depending on whether or not you've got ice in there. Next one here is Collins or the Highball. This is your extra Coke, rum and coke tall, Dr. Pepper tall, margaritas, mojitos, blue Hawaiis if you don't have fancy stuff. 12 ounces, so it's just a little bit more than what you've got in the rocks glass. 10 to 12 ounces depending on how much ice you've got in there. Flute glass. Now, I'm going to be doing a couple of things in here, but realistically not so much. Flute glasses are for champagne. Champagne can be expensive unless you buy the cheap stuff, which you're making a cocktail, you're making a whole flavor as opposed to individual flavors. And finally, I've got martini glass here. Now, the martini glass obviously is for martinis. Some craftier cocktails can go into martini glasses. They're a fun way to show it off, especially if you do like an absinthe wash on it, which will give it a nice green glow, which I may be doing one of those later. I've got a couple of those planned out, but I haven't finished designing them yet. Two extra tools which I keep on me, just because they're useful, are these little bitty mason jars, and arguably the 12-pack of this was the most expensive individual item that I purchased. Like $14 for 12 of these, which I bought the 8-ounce ones just because they're simple, easy proportions. I'm going to be storing simple syrups and some other like infusions, tinctures in here. And then I got these squeeze bottles for the simple syrups, as well as, if I've got a mix or something. These are great. You don't need to have these. I've got them to make it easier on myself. It's whatever. So, like I said, you guys are going to be making cocktails at home. I'm going to be making them here. I'm going to be making them fancy because that's my job on the internet. Your job is to make them so you can drink them. There's going to be a lot of different stuff going on. The next episode is going to be basic instructions on the liquor and mixing techniques and how to make different simple syrups. So that's it for the first episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back in a couple days with the next one.